This podcast brought to you by RusticGardensCandles.com. Specialty candles that will blow your mind. They even have candles that look like milk and cookies or a slice of cake. Remember the holidays are fast approaching. Check out RusticGardenCandles.com. Tell them Demon sent you.
You can see me on still Twitter. So this is Ben.
Yeah, I'm the Demon Cast, all one word on Twitter, but I don't use it because it just keeps like popping up. Do you want to follow Lil Wayne? I'm like, no. How about some Jenner person? No. Barack Obama? No.
Bruce Campbell.
I don't even know what that is.
He was Ash out of the Evil Dead. Bruce Campbell. He had the chainsaw, you know?
Now I know who he is.
Okay.
Well, let's face it, almost everybody I know has one time or another watched the Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Forget what he says. He's like, Shatra, something.
Yeah.
Like, did you say it right? Well, maybe not every syllable, but I said the gist of it.
It's not the pronunciation that matters.
Okay. So when last we left our adventurers, they had gone back to the inn, had a smashing time with the party and the bard and the drinking, and then they went to bed.
Yay.
But very hard.
I don't know why, but I think anything alcoholic for him would be bad, because if he likes fire, that's...
Hey guys, look what I can do!
My beard!
Yeah. Okay.
That doesn't have a beard.
No, me.
Okay.
You like my beard?
You notice that Kai never has a beard. He never has a stubble. He never has...
Oh, probably not, because he just has to...
There we go. That's exactly what he does, too. I smell burning hair. Shaving.
Yeah. Okay, so now you wake up in the morning and that's it. You wake up in the morning. You still have to find a way to get to the Mages Guild.
Move this over here for time being.
Okay, so I got to get back in character. Fake Russian. I just need fake Russian. There we go. Back in character.
Yeah, I think our plan was to have you as an emissary and me disguise myself as your servant to try to walk through the gates.
Hey, that sounds very good to me. Emissary of what?
Your country.
Obviously, okay. So, I got all my nice new robes now.
Oh, right. You're
As
nice.
soon as the god of this world finds this page.
Yeah. A lot of key design to
I know how that goes.
Okay. Let's start with there. Okay, so where do you go, Mr. Emissary Kai?
Alright, so we need to go talk to the mage person at the Mage's Guild type thing. So we're just going to start heading over towards the Mage's Guild thing to get into the doors.
Okay. You start walking through.
What is our story?
What is that, what?
What's our story?
We'll be, you're the emissary from the Fire Isles, passing through, wanted to pay the respects to the leader of the Mage Guild, for since you have affinity towards fire, you thought you'd pay your respects.
Okay. Alright, I need you, someone roll a d12. I got the d12 here if you need.
Alright. 4.
Okay.
Quattro.
Alright, so you run into a guy, he's standing there, and you're like, we don't really know where this place is, this Mage Guild, so you ask the next person that you see, oh, here's this guy waiting. Oh, yeah, I know exactly where the Mage Guild is. You have to go up this way, turn left 3 times, and then follow that straight, and then turn left, and then you have to go around a couple curve things, and then you should be right there.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to walk. At the first left, I'm going to lean over. 3 lefts doesn't make any sense. Don't you have a map?
I do have a map. I pull out the map. We look for a landmark and we find where we're at.
Totally believe them, please. At 3 lefts. I mean, if it was 3 rights, okay, but...
Alright, so you obviously go, don't follow the bum directions. And you actually have your map. And,
I'm curious, what happens if we follow bum directions? Let's just keep going. We got a thing to do.
Okay.
Probably wind up shivved in an alley. Like, hey, this is a dead end. Stab. Oh, we're dead.
What's the shift?
I pull out like a drawing of like a sharp little blunt
Okay.
piece of metal.
Okay, I get it.
Okay. So you go through the hourglass, which is the path that goes between the kind of market and poor district and the more richer district. As you go through the hourglass, you notice that on the left there's a big sign that says the barracks. Obviously, where the guards would congregate and get the directions and
You
whatnot.
put your barracks on racks? Your bears on racks?
Yes. And on the right, you can see that there is a sign that says the Colosseum.
Ooh.
Lots of entrances.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah. Sounds like there's
I
some...
think it's a restaurant.
I look at him and be like, no, that's where you fight another person for sport.
Ooh, that sounds fancy.
You hear people cheering in the Colosseum, and something's going on in there right now, but you have stuff to do, so... you go through the hourglass, and as you pass through the hourglass, go to the college/library. There's another road that you can take to the right that would have you go into the kind of rich area, and there's 2 guards that are guarding it.
Okay.
Halt!
Wait, what does halt mean?
I mean, stop.
Okay.
I mean stop!
My apologies, common is not my first language. Wait, why am I stopping?
Why are you what?
Why am I stopping?
You're stopping because you are not allowed in here.
Oh, well, this is Mage's Guild, isn't it?
This is the way to the Mages Guild, yes.
This is where I'm not to go. What do I need to be allowed to come in?
You need the right credentials, obviously.
Okay, I'm going to try to roll a bluff here. I'm going to say this is the emissary from the Fire Islands. He already has his invitation.
Please roll bluff.
14.
Where's his papers?
They're at the palace. We left them there.
Oh, well, I got some papers here. I pull out that thing, and I pull out a scroll of papers. It's all under Dirk and Kai.
I can't read this.
I'm sorry. Like I said, common's not my first language. Those are the papers I was given.
Sorry, can't read it, don't know what it is.
Let's put a comment.
Well, this draconic doesn't get you in.
Oh. So wait, do I need it in common?
Yes, you would need it in common.
Okay, so where do I go to get it in common? Do I just have like a translator, or do I have to get
Sure,
one?
get yourself a translator, punk.
Who's going punk?
I'm calling you punk, huh, punk? See a couple of veins pop out. It bulges quite a bit. Gives you the evil eye.
Kai looks at him kind of odd and says, "Are you okay? You don't look so well."
The other guard standing there says, yes, please just go get translations of these,
Okay. Where can I find a translator?
Try the college.
But I will do this. Let's go to the college.
Okay. Alright, so you head over to the college, and you can easily get in there. Everyone's accepted in the college. And...
We're looking for anybody with a connection to the Mages Guild.
Okay. Alright.
It's the end of the freaking world, and we can't even talk to people.
Alright, so...
We don't want to. The world changes the times. How many times has the world ended? Because all is like a end world.
Alright, so you go through the library and you ask, is there anyone from the guild, Mages Guild here at the front desk? Well, there is Sal, Jin, and Werno. They each have classes here today. They're the professors of these classes. And
what kind of classes do they teach?
Well, Jin is a conjurer. He teaches a class on just conjuring something from other things. Sal is she kind of does stuff with that dark art, necromancy stuff.
Okay.
And Werno is...
Nothing.
Okay. Werno is the guild master of the Mage Guild. He's here to do a great lecture on transmutation.
Ooh, transmutation?
Yes.
Well, I need to talk to him, but can we get into the lecture?
Well, sure. You got the money?
How much is it?
Be 50 gold for the lecture for Wernels, and then maybe 10 for Sal and Jim.
Okay.
Who would you like to sign up for?
Wernels is the guy who's the main.
Yes. Yeah.
Where? Can you pronounce this word?
Wernels.
Wernel. Okay. Are you each going to Wernel?
Are you coming to the lecture?
No. Magic has no interest in me. All I know is how to dodge it and avoid it. That's all I need to know.
So you're just going to stay out here?
Not to mention I have 70 gold and I don't want to spend all my gold. I'm a treasure hunter after all.
I'm paying the 50 gold for this, yes.
Okay. Alright. So you get a ticket that gets you into the lecture for Wernel's transmutation class lecture.
Notes, taking notes.
Yep. And you're just kind of in the library right now, or college library. You can always also walk around and see if you can find any information if you want.
Trying to think here if I can use anything in here to my benefit. Okay, how about this? Would this work for the DM here?
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my ability to knowledge of the local area here to maybe find out better ways of one could get into past the guards, the credentials?
Okay.
Would that be?
Sure, go ahead.
What kind of credentials would you need? Kai doesn't know this.
That is a 20.
Nice, okay. Alright, so you go looking around, seeing if you can find any students that look like they're good for the low and under kind of thing. Ways to... maybe the ones that are in the section of...
Illusion magics.
illusion magics. Or maybe just the mundane thing of forgery.
Yeah, there you go.
You find often in some little corner a small gnome. Let's see.
Don't call him David. I'm just kidding. You know what that reference was, right?
No.
His name is Tim.
Do you get that reference?
No, I don't.
You ever watched that as a kid, huh?
What is that?
There's an old cartoon that was in the 80s called David the Gnome.
I remember Fraggle Rock.
I was born yet.
Make me feel older. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. So you find this little gnome off in this the illusion area. And he's obviously got a document. You just kind of you stealthily walk up behind him and watch him as he's copying another document.
Flawlessly or
Flawlessly.
I'll kind of to let me know I'm behind him.
He lets out a yelp and gathers his papers together. And I was just practicing. I wasn't actually doing anything illegal. I swear.
Put up my hand and be like, pull up the mask, be like, it's okay. To show you I'm like a shady person myself. So that way it covers up my face.
Who are you?
I'm just a wandering treasure hunter here looking for somebody to help me out.
Oh, treasure hunters, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, looking for treasures and hunting for it?
Exactly, but in order to get my next fortune, I need to get past the gate into the nobility section of town.
Oh, brother, I'll tell you about all that, looking for that next fortune. It's always tough. You gotta get all those skills to, get you past guards.
Well, I don't really want to have to technically sneak past them unless I have to. So do you know of any other way I can get past them?
Well, I guess there's a couple ways you could do that. Please, sit down.
I sit down.
Okay. He starts explaining to you there are a few ways that you could get into past the guards. Okay, one, you can make a forgery, whether it's written or magical. Although the magical would probably cost you a bit more than the written one. You could sign up to be an experiment. You could also sneak in through the sewers.
Okay. So how much is one of these forgeries? What's the price of the illusion? What's the price of the handwritten?
Okay. I can get you the forgery, the magical forgery. That's going to cost you 200 gold. And the written one, that I have a friend. I have a friend of a friend of a friend over in the Port District that could get you a written one for about 75.
All right. Can you give me...
And that'll get you everything you'll ever really need. It's just information, new names, where you're from, stuff like that. It's real thorough, real good.
Yeah, could you give me your location of this guy on the port side?
Okay.
I'll tip you. I gave him 10 silver.
I guess that's lunch. He pockets the silver and gives you an address.
Okay. Well, thank you. If I need your services, I'll come back.
Okay.
And can pan over to him, whatever he's doing.
Okay, so
So
this lecturer person, he's part of the Mages Guild. He's what of the Mages Guild?
he's actually the guild master.
He's the guild master of the Mages Guild.
Yep.
And who's it that we need to talk to?
The person that you need to talk to eventually is the let's see. The counselor to the regent.
Who is part of the Mages Guild or Mages
No, the counselor is Ignelius. Ignelius is the counselor to the regent of Lishtar, the city that you're in. He is known to be a great mage.
Okay.
And you're looking to try and warn these great mages of the...
His name was Ignelius.
Trying to warn him of the impending doom of the Ashen Squirrels.
Ignelius was the mage or the regent?
Okay, the regent is Hexica Avenia.
Okay. Mage. Mexica is regent. Okay, got it.
And then the counselor is Ignelius Thander.
Okay, and the lecturer was
Werner. Wernell.
Now.
Yeah. Who's the guild master.
Okay. So, Kai is going to sit in on this lecture first, obviously.
Okay.
So,
You get your tickets and Dirk goes on his own way and whatever. You follow a long line into the largest hall they have here because having the guild master, the mage guild master, Wernell, is pretty rare. Everyone wants to get into this. By the time you get in there, there's just standing room only near the back, but you can still pretty hear because they use a magical amplifier that gets to everyone.
It was on transmutation.
Yep, on transmutation. So Wernell comes in, everyone stands up, claps to him, and he said, motions everyone to sit. He starts going into his lecture about transmutation. Do you have any kind of knowledges?
I have lots of knowledge. I have Arcana and Arcana.
There's a lot of knowledges.
And some extra Arcana.
Yeah. So, you can kind of understand some of the stuff he's talking about. He starts going into some of his theories of transmutations and morphing things and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay, now is he talking more solid materials, or is he talking more maybe organic stuff too?
He kind of has a large variety of them in there. He kind of gives examples of many things, and then he comes up with a newer theory on certain sigils of magic, something or other.
When I think of like transmutation, the most common thing of magic is like lead to gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which if you could figure that out, you'd be a rich man.
Yes. So,
Give me a second. I'm going to craft a clever question to get out of this attention.
yeah.
But I have to figure out how to word fire into it.
How do you transmute ice to fire? Oh, well.
How do you transmute with fiery passion?
Anything else?
Well, he has someone come onto stage, not from the spectators, but like a teacher's assistant, professor's assistant or something, comes on the stage. This is kind of what he's paid for, is to have experiments done on them and whatnot.
Well, I'm kind of glad I didn't do the experiment. I'd be walking out with, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Hi, Dirk. You'd be like way in the back waving, like, hey.
And he talks about how the transmutation of this and this would produce an effect that gives this guy an additional ability. So he waves around this magical signs, and all of a sudden, Larry Larry the professor's assistant can now belch fire.
Ooh. Actually, I probably don't find that interesting. That's probably a kid's trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in my homeland, babies do this.
On accident.
Now,
I have some problems.
and he goes on about how the first few times you got to remember that you have to make sure that everything is fire resistant where the fire is coming up, because this isn't necessarily magical fire anymore. This has been transmuted, so it's a ability. So you don't want him to scald himself, so he has a limited immunity in his gastral system. So when he's spitting the fire, he's not getting burnt, not burning his lips.
Interesting.
Which he notes on, it's like, oh yes, you should read this part here about the early, transmutations of this. And
I have a question.
Yes, you in the back.
Okay, so how far down the digestive system do you have to go with the fire resistance if these people are not already fire resistant? Because if you're starting up from like a belly or a lung type area, things would also have the possibility of going the wrong way.
Yes. Excellent. That is a most wonderful question. Thank you for bringing that up. And he starts going on about having a transmutation of, following the way of a dragon's gastral something or other that only makes it go one way instead of both ways.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to let him continue.
yeah. And he goes on with his lecture, and a couple hours go by, and it ends, and everyone stands up, claps and whatnot, and they all filter out.
I'm going to filter towards the front.
Okay, you filter up towards the front. There are a few other people that filtered also with you. The other questions, and the professors are standing and answering their questions.
Okay, well, if he's taking turns, I'm going to wait my turn.
Okay, you wait your turn. They come up with these other weird, transmutation type questions about making bananas into some evil demon-like banana monsters.
Okay.
And it gets to you.
Here's a question. Do you have any theories on how to transmute experience and knowledge-based essences into material or energy-based essences?
Oh, that's very interesting.
Deeper kind of technical bibble.
Yeah, bit level. So he goes on for a little bit there, and he says that he has more notes on this type of thing in the guild. And if you get the chance, you should come over there.
Oh.
So
that would be great. But need some type of credential things to get into the higher end things somehow, right?
yes, you do. And I can't actually give out any credentials. You have to get those in your own. I will be back for another lecture next month, or in the next the 3 months.
Okay.
So if you find your way to me at some other time, that's
I will do that.
okay.
It was a great lecture. I loved it.
Oh, thank you. And he shuffles off the stage.
I'm going to shuffle out of the room and go find Dirk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll find me
face.
in a chair that's meant for reading me snoozing.
I'm going to sit down next to him. You find any good information on how to get in?
Yeah, I found a potential way. Kind of expensive.
I got invited, but the invite does not come with credentials to go there.
Well, I found a person that could give us either a magic illusion credentials or a good forgery. Both cost quite a pretty good amount of money.
How much?
Like 70 plus gold, depending. Cheapest is 70.
Well, that's not really a problem.
Well, I've got a location of a guy that could do it for us, so...
Let's do that.
Alright, so we'll head to the 4 district section there and find the forger.
Okay, it's your turn. Roll a number. I roll a 4. Okay. You find that same guy that gave you all those dumb directions. Oh, are you looking for this? Well, I have the exact way to get there.
Does it start with 3 left?
Yes, it does. How'd you know? And he gives you some directions and roll something better.
I refer to his map.
You referred to the map and, okay. Yeah, he was definitely wrong on this one. Probably would have gotten you to the Mage Guild that second time, but...
Second up, so it's a different place?
No. Anyway, so, I'm at the college.
No, I mean,
Actually, no.
He gave us a different location to get there?
Yeah, a different way to get... Essentially, he would have gotten you really lost, and...
Okay.
I don't know.
So it's just bad direction.
Yes.
He's not trying to lead us to a specific place.
No, he's not.
Okay.
He gets his kicks off of making people go the wrong way, apparently.
Okay. Let's see. Along the way, you find a nice produce shop. It has lots of vegetables. Not much to see there.
Partake in the local vegetables.
Yeah. You get free samples.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they want you to buy, so they're like, hey, have a free sample.
Okay. Find something you like and buy something.
Okay.
What's over?
Oh, okay. So, let's see, you were going to trying to go find the guy that forged stuff. So, You follow the directions that the little gnome Tim gave you, and you find a shop that says maps on it. Maps.
I wonder if he runs a stand.
So you go in, and another gnome, Zip.
Was his last name Ty?
No, it's his brother's name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
Zip and Ty.
Zip the gnome is at the counter, and he has a little special eyepiece that lets him look very close at documents and whatnot.
Okay.
As you come in, the door jingles. Excuse me. And Zip looks up, says, "Yes, how may I help you?" Very serious gnome.
Yeah, so, do you know Tim?
Tim. Would be a little short guy, magical stuff.
Yeah, that's him.
Tim.
Well, he sent me here on good grounds that you could help me with an issue that we have.
Can I see the directions he gave you?
Well,
He takes a good look with the eyepiece. Yes. Welcome to my shop. I have many things, maps. I have lots of documents if you so choose.
Speaking of documents, could you get us some credentials to get past the gate?
The gate? Which gate?
To get into the...
The one that requires the credentials.
we were trying to get into the one that has the Mages Guild, or Magic Guild there.
Just so you know, I can get you through any gate.
Okay, well I tried to give them a paper with a bunch of Draconic words written on it because I figured that they didn't know any Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
And I was right, but they wanted it in common.
Yeah.
And obviously it's just notes and stuff. It's not actually credentials.
Those schools are so strict.
But I figured, like, hey, they just said, hey, go get your forms translated. So if I could find somebody to, quotation marks, translate, then I can just go back up to them and say, okay, I found the translator.
Oh, absolutely. I can translate for you.
Yes, we need translations.
Mm-hmm.
What is your going rate today?
Well, 75 gold.
No problemo.
All right. We'll accept if you can whip us up so we both can get past the guards.
Okay. I'll take down the information that you want. Tell me everything. I need lots of details.
My name is Guy Shotska, and I show him how to spell it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Fire Isles. We're going with the idea that I'm an emissary from the Fire Isles, which is kind of technically true, and that I am there to see the Guildmaster Warren, or Worrell. I have an invite to go see the Guildmaster.
Do you have an actual invite?
Not a written one, but yes.
Verbal sign. Okay. Just write down more and more information. What about you?
Just put down there, I'm his bodyguard, and even though he can speak some mostly common, I'm there to translate a lot of words he doesn't know and customs he doesn't know.
Yeah, what do you call it?
Okay, so he finishes a bunch of that, takes out, jumps down and opens up a chest. And as you kind of look over to see what he's doing, he picks up a stamp, this whatever little thing, and some wax. He comes over to you. Does this look like it's from the Fire Isles? Like I'm guessing that they'd have some kind of official stamp thing that would say, hey, this is
Okay.
So
if it looks like the brand that's on his arm, the answer is yes.
Yep. Okay.
It's like, yep.
Okay. All right. These will be done in about half a day. come back.
Okay.
Gives you a ticket that has a number on it.
Good.
Then he starts going to work.
Okay, we'll pay him after he's done working.
Yeah, might as well. If you're not satisfied, he's not going to charge you. So just more stuff that he'll put into a special drawer of credentials.
Interesting.
Okay.
How devious. How much work we have to do to go talk to somebody. Jeez. If you want to talk to Akarash, you just go talk to Akarash.
Yeah, there's a lot of red tape of this government.
Go ahead and roll as you're walking through the city.
6.
You find, as you walk through the city, you find an alleyway, walk down that, and find a pile of garbage. Right next to it is a sewer grate, or a sewer cover.
Yeah, we recognize this sewer cover. Shit, we're lost again.
Really? You been here before?
Yeah, this is a sewer grate. Last time I was lost. Actually, it could be a different sewer grate, which makes me even more lost. Guy holds his head into life.
Okay. Is there anything special in the area? Just garbage and sewer grate.
Yeah, garbage in the sewer grate.
Can you explain sewer grates?
That's to keep...
I know that there's sewer down there, but what exactly does sewer do?
Oh, that transports it to a safe location so it doesn't poison the populace.
It's also a great place to hide.
What? Did you hear that?
Yes. Somebody said it's a great place to hide.
Ah.
It was in common.
I'm trying. Can you see him? Or is he down too far out?
Okay. As you you look around, you see a sewer grate next to the pile of garbage. There's a sewer cover too, but you see a grubby little face in the sewer grate.
Hiya.
Cool. What does he look like?
He looks like a very dirty dwarf. There's lots of garbage in his beard.
What are you?
He's a dwarf.
Dwarf?
Yeah, I'm a dwarf.
Yeah, it's one of the many races of this continent. What are you doing hiding down there?
Okay, so how is he different than a gnome? Just writing this down.
I pull out a blank parchment and then I write down and with diagrams the best I can to try to explain to him.
Okay.
Well, of course I'm here because it's a great place to hide.
What are you hiding from?
Things to hide from.
That didn't answer my question.
I don't know, makes sense to me.
That's
Good place to put up shop.
shop.
Shop. Yep, shop. Lots of shop left to shop. At my shop.
Okay, what are you selling?
Shop stuff.
Including brooms. Lots of brooms. They're wonderful brooms.
Do any of the brooms fly?
I'm sure they do. I never really asked them.
Okay, this
So
guy is
these are
obviously
brooms stock?
crazy.
What?
Any of your brooms back?
I never asked them.
Good, well, the questions to ask.
I can go ask them now.
Okay.
I sell the things in the shop. What do I sell? I can't remember what I sell. I sell brooms in the shop. Shop.
I know there are some people over there who need a broom.
Yes, send them down.
Okie dokie.
Could come down to.
Right now, no, we gotta go do some other things. Maybe later.
Oh, later, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
You're welcome to the shop.
Especially if you need a place to hide.
Yes. It's a good place to hide.
Yes.
From the things to hide from. He reaches up and just a dirty piece of paper out. Come to my shop, buy stuff, brooms.
Okay.
Bye. He's gone.
Obviously insane.
Dwarves are weird.
They're not all like that. If you really want to see more dwarves, you could always go to the local pub
What's a pub?
where you buy alcohol,
Oh.
food.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I could go for a steak.
Is that the beef thing again?
Yes.
Let's go.
You're gonna leave the little piece of paper?
No, Kyle pick up the piece of paper.
This is rather dirty.
Kyle will pick up the piece of paper.
Okay.
He finds 2 pieces of paper to pick up the paper that are cleaner.
No, Kai just picks up the paper.
Okay.
He keeps it away from his nicer clothes.
Yes. Okay, so you roll another just to
Come on, not a 4. 11.
find a guard, and he shows you the right way to go to get steak.
Yay!
You buy some really nice steak.
Okay. What does the piece of paper say?
The piece of paper says,
As he reads it, it's an enchantment. He's suddenly dirty.
yeah. I wrote his name down
Kai
somewhere.
has to be very careful. He doesn't have prestidigitation.
Okay, so Gurgledesh Alchemy Emporium.
Alchemy Emporium?
Alchemy Emporium has brooms and potions.
Don't say that.
No, there was a thing on no.
So, this can all be cut.
YouTube. It's a stupid little thing, but it's called Potion Seller. It's like, Potion Seller, give me some of your finest potions. My potions are too strong for you. But Potion Seller, I'm going into battle. I need your strongest potions. My potions could kill dragons. They're not good enough for you. It's funny, it's because he's got like a weird warped camera on him, so each time he leans back, he looks like a different person.
Okay. Anyway, so now you have the directions to an alchemy emporium in the sewers.
Okay.
But he sells brooms.
He sells brooms, yes, among other things, but definitely he likes his brooms. Looks like he could use a good brooming.
Yes. Kyle will note the location and put the paper somewhere else.
He'll write the location down on a piece of paper that's clean.
Put his fingers out. He's not really worried about his hands, he's worried about his next clothes.
Okay. So you go and you eat steak, and then you head back to the maps store, and Zip has their credentials ready and waiting.
Alright. I pay him.
Okay. So he hands you over the credentials and says they're pretty good for getting you pretty much anywhere in this city.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I never knew you.
Who?
Right.
As I put my mask up and use stealth to get out of there.
Dirk?
Where'd you go?
God damn it.
You feel a little pebble hit you in the back of the head.
Okay. Alright, so you have your credentials, and
Alright.
yeah, go ahead and roll again every time you walk through. It's
10.
okay, you walk past a bakery shop.
Oh, we just ate, but that smells good.
Some mighty good looking pies there.
What is a pie?
It is a baked pastry with the various fillings, like apple, cherry.
Okay, I understand fruit, but what's pastry?
Pastry is like a piece of bread that's baked around the fruit.
Bread stuffs. Okay. Yeah, we never had any of this bread stuff back home.
Yeah, well, bread makes you fat.
There's free samples.
It's
Like 1/8 of a piece of a pastry. Yeah, free sample.
Okay, so
I'm not having
roll your strength to drag Kai out of there.
Well, how successful am I? Not that successful.
Oh, yeah. You only go when Kai lets you go.
Eventually, Kai gets his fill of yummy pastries.
I was going to say, I grabbed one of the free samples and I chucked it down the street. Didn't want anything to go to waste.
Good. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
works.
So you make your way pretty much just unscathed through the rest of the city, go back through the hourglass, go back to the guards.
Well, that's my credentials. Alright! It took forever to find somebody to translate this stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently, Draconic's not a very common language here.
Okay, so he takes their credentials, flips through it. Yeah, everything's in order. And, yeah, he doesn't know the difference, so you may go through. Please observe the rules. Don't get into fights. Don't break into places. Don't steal stuff.
Basic human dignity rules.
Yeah, that's sure. All right, have a nice day. They wave you through.
Yay! We've entered. What do we see?
Okay, as you enter into the richer district area, you see a lot nicer buildings, probably a lot sturdier, better materials. You see a few servants wandering around that are going to back and forth through the gates to go get stuff from the market. There's a few nobles that are walking around. One noble meets another, and they laugh very hollow like at each other.
Kai's gonna lean over to Dirk and ask, "It's okay."
Yeah, that's what you call the upper class snobs. You didn't hear that.
Upper class. What do you mean by upper class?
Do you know what aristocrats are?
Nope.
Nobles?
Nope.
Okay, people that were born into better lives. Rich.
Rich. Okay. What are you talking about? I mean, I don't understand how, if they have money, they're better than anybody else.
Well, they're not better than anybody else, but they think they are.
We don't understand that either.
I know. Neither do I.
And my father's the emperor.
Okay, so with your map, you get directions to the guild.
Okay.
And
Yay, little gnomes with map stands.
yeah.
We still be walking around the city.
Oh, good thing that the maps have a kiosk out in the middle of the marketplace.
You go to the door, and there's a guard standing in front. What do you want?
Oh, I have a meeting with Squirrel. I can pronounce that right? Squirrel.
Oh, okay.
You need credentials? I got credentials.
Oh, okay. So he takes your credentials. Like he says, okay. Your name, okay. Kai. All right. 1 second here. And the guard puts a hand to his helmet, starts talking out loud. Say, this guy Kai is here to see Warnell. Can I get clearance for him? He nods his head a little bit, and he says, yes, please come welcome to the guild.
Okay.
Lets you both in.
Begin the mages.
You have gained access to the Mages Guild. Dun, 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 dun,
Bunch of magical
dun.
people.
And magical items and artifacts and... Oh,
Yep.
focus.
You step
It
in.
reminds me of home, only everybody's working with claws. It's not very hot.
Okay, so you walk in there. There's a waiting area. Very nice. Very cushy cushions around that you can sit on. A few paintings that have information underneath about powerful mages and whatnot. And A little bit later, Warnell comes out. Oh, welcome! So glad that you could get here so fast.
Well, we had documents, we just had translation issues that we didn't work out first.
Translation documents, yes.
Everything I doesn't iconic.
Oh, that's nice.
You had mentioned your notes on experience to substance.
Right. Come with me. We'll go back to my office, and we'll get you more information. I love everyone that loves knowledge of magic.
You got any books on how to dodge magic?
Oh, plenty of those.
There we go.
Yeah.
As I'm constantly looking at these artifacts and the almost like writing down how much they would be worth.
Hey, Liz. Checking it twice.
So he takes you back to his office.
Questioning if I should be naughty or nice.
Yeah, well, you're like, after we save the world from this impending danger, I know where I'm coming to next.
You really think you want to come over here?
After I become so stealthy, you can't see me.
Yeah,
After
more
you're
practice.
super rogue.
Yeah, stealth through the traps. Never leave by everything here. But so he brings you back to his office. He waves his arms around a little bit, and a book from one of his shelves flies off and lands in front of you. Yes, 101 ways to dodge magic.
Thank you. I will read this.
Okay.
You know what for.
I was doing that one wrong? Look at part of my thing singed from a fireball. Oh, yeah, apparently.
And he waves his arms again, and from his desk comes out some lecture notes that he magically copies for you. Yeah, he gives you a sec here. Yeah, go ahead and look through, take it. It's all, no one ever comes and asks me, questions of this kind of thing, this kind of nature.
Well, he was a great lecturer.
They're always asking me about how you transmute lead to gold. These greedy things, these greedy people looking for monetary value.
There are ways to figure out if lead has been translated to gold, and if you want to give it to somebody who already knows how to figure out if it's been transmuted, then you get killed. So, not something that's really worth it all that much.
Exactly.
Unless you're very sneaky.
So he gives you the notes. Is there anything else I can help you with here? It's.
Me and my friend here, we have come into contact with something really dire.
Dire.
So, there is this ancient known as Setharoth. And it is trying to collect the heads of powerful mages in order to unseal itself. And we're supposed to go warn people, I guess. But
Yeah.
I'm a little more curious on how to, stop at the end of the world kind of things. Now, then again, I'm not 100% sure it's actually the end of the world and it's not such a problem, but figure you should tell people just in case.
That's...
And then they said, yeah, the lecture, and I'm like, I'm going to see the lecture. So I started to do the lecture first. Because if the world is going to end, it's not going to end until after the lecture. So.
Yeah, they better not try and end the world before my lecture. Well, have to face me. This is dire news indeed.
I guess we're supposed to tell some person who works for Hexaca, who is a powerful mage.
Counselor Ignelius.
Yeah, but I figure anybody with any kind of pole that can say, hey, don't wander in the woods in your tulip and have your head chopped off. Works.
That's a very, very blunt way to put it.
I'm working with a limited vocabulary here.
Yeah.
Okay. This is very, very dire.
we were able to destroy one of the skulls, be slowing down the process a little bit.
The skulls are required. My head. Need 10 skulls, has 2.
Okay.
So, 8 powerful mages needed to unseal this ancient evil or whatever the hell it is. Sounds but iconic.
Draconic evil, huh? Would it happen to have anything to do with this? And from underneath his desk, he pulls up a cage, and there's a little jewel in it.
Jewel?
A jewel, yeah. And he waves his fingers, and it turns into an ashen squirrel.
Hey, you have a squirrel.
Hey, bring back the jewel. Where is it?
Yes, that thing.
I get my crossbow.
Don't kill it here. I caught this thing spying on me one day.
You know, we've seen a couple of their holes in the ruins, and they seem like they're starting to sprout around town here.
They're in this town of Ishtar.
I'm told you can't eat them.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't eat them.
Hey,
Why was it a jewel?
Because I made it a jewel.
As you did it.
And it makes the little squirrel, as he wiggles his fingers, turns into a little jewel again. Less problematic that way.
Organic to inorganic. I like it.
Is there any way you could put that into a scroll, just in case we're assaulted by a handful of them again? Read a scroll, have them all go into jewels.
So, okay, this is a good teaching moment for you, my friend.
I don't really have a lot of mana.
So,
Magic power.
he digs through his desk again, and then he jumps into his desk, comes back out. You're like, holy hell, how did he get into his desk?
Kai seems amused.
You should teach me that trick. If I could hide in a desk.
He flies out, and he hands you a scroll. Please read this. Here, we'll try this. So he untransmutes the scroll, comes back up to as the jewel becomes a scroll again. Read this scroll.
Okay. Was it written in common, hopefully?
It's a magic scroll of transmutation.
Okay, so
I want you to turn this squirrel into a jewel. Do you have a use magic device or something?
Use magical device. I don't have any points in it, but
Okay.
I can.
Okay, go ahead and try.
7.
You start reading it, and instead of the squirrel turning into a jewel, you do.
Oh, irony. Oh, irony.
Treasure hunter turned into treasure.
To be hunted.
And he snaps his fingers, and you become you again.
That was cool. Was that supposed to happen?
What happened?
That was not supposed to happen.
Oh, I thought it was a cool prank.
Yeah, it was a cool prank, wasn't it?
That'd be great.
Yeah. But no, you're a bit too inexperienced to actually do something like that.
Well, obviously, I haven't dabbled in any magic or scrolls.
And now you just dabbled in one scroll. But
Unfortunately, my brain doesn't really work with other people's magic. It's kind of more magic, and now I gotta figure it out to myself, and then it's stuck in my head forever.
Yeah.
You try it then. You try reading the scroll. I'll tell you how to pronounce it, the words.
I'd love to give it a shot, as long as you return me from drool form.
Oh, absolutely. That's easy enough here. I'll get you another scroll, and he pops up another scroll from his... And turning Kai into another... The scroll turns Kai into another jewel, and he turns you back into you.
Yeah,
There's another way.
It has to be processed in my brain first, and then it's stuck in there forever.
There's another way that there's other ways that you can deal with the squirrels, besides just turning them into jewels. So,
Well, that was definitely a learning experience. And I did not totally put you in my pocket for a minute.
I hope it's burned.
No.
Burned a hole through my pocket.
so after the magic foolery, he says to you, "Okay, I'm going to set up a meeting between you and Ignelius, because this is dire. We need to start gathering more information and some mages. I'll get some notes out, some messages out to some of the other powerful mages I know of. We need to start pooling our information."
Okay.
So there has been tell of a secret library also in the city of Lishtar.
In the city.
In the city of Lishtar, a secret library. But as much magical power as I wield, I cannot find this secret city, this secret library. You might have to go to someone a bit more powerful than me to find it. So we'll get you set up with your meeting with Ignelius, and then come back here and we'll start you on the next logical path.
All right, that sounds pretty good.
So
So,
as you leave his office, he gives you the little things that would get you into the actual palace.
okay.
And as you're walking down, you see him start waving his arms around, and sheets of paper fly up in the air, pens right onto the papers, and they fly out the windows.
And I don't turn my sister. Well, that's magic. I can't do that.
I can't even make Squirrel turn into Jewel, even with assisted magic.
I couldn't either.
And you start on your way towards the palace, escorted by a guard from the guild.
Heading towards the palace. And that is where we will cut this week's episode.